Alright, so here's the mission. You've got an XML file here, and these numbers, for some reason, they have some sort of meaning. And somebody says, well, you need to, increment all these by 20, or some arbitrary number. Let's say they're 20. And if there's 4 of them here, life is good, no big deal. If there's 16,000, it's a bit more of a chore. So there's a couple of ways you could do this. Well, obviously there's the obvious way, which is go to each line, mentally add 20 and add 20 to it. You could also take the trick where you're on the line and you can use Control A and you can give it a number to begin with, basically what would be the range in this case. So you can type 20 and hit Control A and bang, there you go, done. We'll undo that. But that of course only does one line. So the first thing that you could think about doing is recording a macro, and I will do that by hitting QA to record in macro register A. QA is now recording. We hit 20, done, and what we can do is as part of the macro record we can just go down these number of lines, and that's good enough. We replay it by hitting @A, 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 done. And we could say, we could give @A a range as well. So we could actually just say for @A and it's done it all, right? That's good, no problem. But there's a slightly more Vi-ish kind of way of doing this, and that's to use global. So why don't we use global to do this instead? We type G. This is also easier to see too, which is kind of nice. We want to do this on lines that match this, which is item num in this case. And we would now want to say normal. Okay, then we'll say 20, and then we have to put in a literal Control A. So we actually have to type Control V, which means the next character that I'm about to hit, take it literally, which in this case we'll hit Control V, and then I'll hit Control A. You see it come up there as a !A, and that's the representation of a real Control A, as opposed to the nice pretty ones that we see in the Vim configuration files all the time, which would be like, less than C-A, greater than, that kind of thing. So we hit this now, and same thing, right? That's a couple of ways to do it. You pick your favorite. The global way is certainly more Vi-ish. I think it runs better. It's certainly cleaner. It's more storable, more reproducible, but it's not the most intuitive. Recording a macro is a lot more intuitive because you kind of are thinking the problem out as you're doing it, so that can be quite effective. If this is the kind of thing you would want to store and repeat and put in a script or something like that, global is a very good way to go. Otherwise, use a macro. It's very good, and you can do this kind of stuff for all kinds of different types of edits. All right, so macros and global. Enjoy.